We are living in the time of the end. The fast fulfilling signs of the times declare that the coming of Christ is near at hand. The days in which we live are solemn and important. The Spirit of God is gradually but surely being withdrawn from the earth. Plagues and judgments are already falling upon the despisers of the grace of God. The calamities by land and sea, the unsettled state of society, the alarms of war are portentous. They forecast approaching events of the greatest magnitude. The agencies of evil are combining their forces and consolidating. They are strengthening for the last great crisis. Great changes are soon to take place in our world, and the final movements will be rapid ones. The condition of things in the world shows that troublous times are right upon us. The daily papers are full of indications of a terrible conflict in the near future. Bold robberies are of frequent occurrence. Strikes are common. Thefts and murders are committed on every hand. Men possessed of demons are taking the lives of men, women, and little children. Men have become infatuated with vice, and every species of evil prevails. The enemy has succeeded in perverting justice, and in filling men's hearts with the desire for selfish gain. Justice standeth afar off, for truth is falling in the street, and equity cannot enter. We are reminded in the second epistle to the Corinthians by the Apostle Paul, chapter 10, starting in verse 4 through 7. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ, and having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. Do you look on things after the outward appearance? If any man trust to himself that he is Christ, let him of himself think this again, that as he is Christ's, even so are we Christ's. Since the end of the Reformation period, we have gone into a vast array of denominations, where truth has been scattered throughout. And throughout these truths, throughout these denominations, mighty strongholds have been built up. They have been built up in the aspect of futuristic ideas of what's going to happen, and also we have built up ideas of certain things that we need to look for in order to figure out when the second coming of Christ will be. And also, as we are reminded in Jude 1:3, Beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you of the common salvation, it was needful for me to write unto you and exhort you that you should earnestly contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints. Here in these two passages alone, I think, speak loud volumes in the aspect that we need to return to the faith that was once delivered unto the saints. Now, according to modern history, I think that also extends up to pre-1948, the time of the Reformation. What did they believe? What did people like Spurgeon believe? You know, these types of people that were before the creation of the state of Israel, which has led to a vast array of confusion throughout Christianity today. For example, we are told that there is going to be an Antichrist that is going to sit in a temple of God in Jerusalem, declaring himself that he is God. But we have developed a stronghold in our mind due to modern theology. That's not really modern. It's about 500 years old, as we will see in the next video. We have went astray of the fact that we are the temple of God. So this man of sin that is in reference to is a man of sin that is going to be sitting in the midst of the temple of God, which we are. It is the church. It is the church that is the temple of God. So in this series, I'm going to hopefully help remove some of these strongholds by which the vast majority of Christianity has been deceived by. And it is by no intention that I intend to offend anybody or ridicule anyone. but the fact that we need to return to the Scriptures, and we need to return to the faith that was once delivered unto the saints, and we need to return to the Bible, return to the only weapon of our warfare, which is not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds, these strongholds of denominations that have crept in, and has polluted the minds of believers today.